Throughout this weight loss process, you're going to have good days and you're going to have better days. The best thing to do is to try to stay focused on your goal and focus on your good habits and focus on what you're trying to achieve. You're going to have times where you're not going to be doing the best that you can do. There's going to be times where you want to kick yourself and say, man, that was not a good decision. You get upset with yourself. But weight loss has a lot to do with your mentality and being strong-minded, because it's very easy to let one mistake turn into a bad meal, let that bad meal turn into a bad day, then let that bad day to a bad couple of days, then a bad week, a bad month, and then you're completely just back to where you started, gained all your weight back, and more depressed, more anxious, sad, and what other negative feelings come with that. So I'm here to help prevent that from happening so that you don't have to experience those things, and learn how to make this a one-stop shop where you're able to just lose the weight and keep it off without making all of those mistakes that most people do. It's very important to understand that this is more mental than it is physical. That's why the saying goes, abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. Going to the gym and exercising is actually the easiest part of the whole process. Learning how to control your mind and learning how to not allow those mistakes that you make along the way carry more weight than they actually do. If you like the information that I'm giving you, please like the video. It really helps the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps to get this information out, because I want to get good information out to people that really need it, just like me. I wish that I had someone to guide me like I'm guiding people right now with the information that I have, because if I had somebody to help me along the way like this with this information, I wouldn't have made the mistakes that I made. Having one binge meal is not going to make you gain 10 pounds. It's not going to sabotage all of the work and the progress that you put in. So it's very important to understand that, because it's easy to throw the towel in when you weigh yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, I gained 5-10 pounds of weight. That's not real fat weight, and we have to distinguish the difference between fat and water weight. When you eat a lot of carbs, you eat sodium and stuff like that, that increases your water weight, which makes your body retain more water. So that makes your scale weight goes up, and it can be a factor in your mind to make you want to quit. It's crucial to stay focused throughout this whole process, because there's times where you will gain weight and you can't explain it. It's crazy how the body works. I can speak from a personal experience I actually just recently had. I went on vacation. I went to Florida. I weighed myself every day, and I gained like 1 pound, which I know is probably accurate. But then I didn't weigh myself the day that I came home. The next day that I weighed in, I gained like 8 pounds. I'm like, what the heck happened? The body is very mysterious, but the key is to stay focused. Don't let the scale really 100% determine if you're doing well or not. It's a good guide, but the mirror, the tape measure, measuring your inches around your chest, your waist, and pictures do a better job of showing the true story of what's going on. To see 8 pounds gain on the scale, a person that wouldn't be prepared for something like that would probably panic and be like, oh my gosh, what the heck happened? But usually water weight takes about 3, 4, 5 days to finally come back down. And even though I was eating a high amount of calories during that time, my weight was still coming back down, and I got back under 180, and I wasn't even trying, okay? So you have to understand that sometimes your body has a delay, and that when your weight goes up, you might do well for 5 days working out, your weight won't go down, and the next thing you know, it'll shoot down 5 pounds. The key is, as long as you stay on track and keep doing what you're supposed to do, let your good habits outweigh your bad habits. When you let your good habits outweigh your bad habits, you will have more positive outcomes. The best thing to do is when you make a mistake, have a bad meal, bad day, bad weekend, is to just get back on track. Continue eating right, exercising. Yes, you might cost yourself a week, but hey, it's better to cost yourself a week than cost yourself months, because it's very easy to mentally give up and say, you know what, screw it. Your body wants to eat all the sugar and fat and bad foods, and well, I don't like to say bad foods, but foods that aren't just nutritious. And it's going to make you want to go back to your old ways, and you have to remember how it felt to be where you were when you were at the weight, or how you felt. So let your why guide you. Let the reason why you're doing this guide you. Your why needs to be big enough, okay, for you to continue to keep going. Remember, nothing tastes as good as being fit feels. And the more fit that you get, the better you feel, the happier you'll be, because you'll feel better. There's a feeling that comes with fitness. That's something that you can't describe until you understand like how good it feels to be fit. Another mistake, don't beat yourself up when you make mistakes, okay? You learn from them. Figure out what your trigger foods was. Figure out what made you do that mentally. Why did you do that? Were you tired? Did you not get enough sleep? Did you just want it? Okay, maybe you need to measure it. Maybe you need to take that food and say, you know what, this is how much I'm going to eat this time. If you want some ice cream, plan it in your day. Plan a half a cup of ice cream. If you can't handle it, then maybe it's time for you to get rid of the ice cream. If you can't handle having snacks in the house, maybe it's time to get rid of them until you start learning how to make your good habits outweigh your bad. It's how bad do you want it? Do you really want to lose weight? Do you really want to be fit? If you really do, you're going to make the necessary changes and do the things that you need to do in order to make it happen. So many people want to do something. They want to lose weight. They want to save money. They want to do this and they want to do that. They want to get a job. They want to do this. But if you want to do these things, what actions are you taking towards making that goal happen? If you really want good things to happen, they don't just happen. You have to put yourself in positions to make them happen. People don't get lucky. That's preparation that meets opportunity. That is where luck comes in, because they were prepared for the opportunity that arrived at the time that it arrived. So keep focused, stay fit, stay healthy, and stay focused towards your goal, and let's make it happen. You can do this. I've done it. I'm continuing to do it. Let's make it happen.